Hello ladies and gentlemen, how is everyone doing? I'm currently hosting up merry-go-round so we can get in on this and get started. It's going to be Root Gaming here today, taking on Alloy eSports. And invite Massa, invite Spirit, because they're going to be our first two players, and let's just get our managers in here as well, and we should be all set to go. How's everyone doing? You're good that you can come and join us. It's so far it's been quite a weird day. I've been pretty much just hungover all day, so haven't been feeling so great. Stuck around bed, played some games. But yeah, here we are. We've got a whole evening of SC2Improve Team League America action. Right now we do have Root Gaming versus Alloy eSports. Alloy eSports currently 2-2. And Root Gaming currently 5-0, currently so far unbeaten, but only with a +8 scoreline, map score, so not exactly the most, they haven't had the most convincing of wins up until this point. After this match today, in about 3 hours from now, at 8 PM Eastern, we will be having Seed Gaming, who are 2-2 in Group B, and they'll actually be going up against Team Ascension, who are currently just outside of the playoff spots, sitting at a 3-1 scoreline. Our players are ready, so good luck, have fun, and let's get into this first series of the first map of this series here today, of our first series today. It's our best of 7 all kill, of course, as usual here in the SC2ITL America. So guys, without any further ado, let's get into this. It's Spirit versus Massa, and hopefully this is going to be pretty fun. As we just wait to make sure we get loaded up, I'm just going to put my phone on silent so you don't get any horrible buzzing, and vibrate on silent off, and we should be all set to go. So guys, without any further ado, I'm just going to take us in game and wait for us to finish loading up. Why is StarCraft not working? Yes, it is. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's load this up and get everything set up, and there we have it. Scoreboard, production tab, everything we should need, and in the upper right hand corner we have from Root Gaming. Starting off for them today, it's Massa, the Terran player. And his opponent, his first opponent here today, we'll see how many he can take down, or whether our purple Protoss in the lower left and the lower side of the map will take the first map. It's going to be Spirit from Alloy eSports. So, TVP to start things off here on merry-go-round, again one of our 3-player maps here in the map pool, and I mean let's just see how this goes. See what kind of builds these guys are going to open up with, and just see kind of what direction the general map is going to go. I mean, the first things we're going to be spotting for is, well, straight away here, a Reaper Expand from Massa, and we're just going to be seeing kind of how much gas is Spirit going to rack up here. Is just going to go for a single gas? Is he going to take a double gas? How many workers will he put in there? That's the sort of things we're going to be looking at in the early stages of this game to see, right, this is what he may be doing, this is what else he may be doing. With just a single gas, more likely than anything, it will just be a fairly fast expand with a Mothership Core, maybe a Stalker too, maybe even a Zealot as well. We'll just see how it goes. So we'll see how he is going to take this, and I mean, obviously with the Reaper Expand, it's going to be an expansion coming down pretty soon as well for our Terran player, coming up to about 400 minerals, 300-ish minerals now after this Reaper started, I guess, and an orbital command. So yeah, he's going to get his command center in a few moments here, sending his SCV actually out to scout right now, just to find out where the Protoss player is, so that he can guarantee his Reaper will get inside the base and get the information he needs early on in the game. A Zealot on the way out here initially, Corona Boost on some probes, and I mean, he could of course cancel the Zealot as well if he would like. Once he sees he's not being engineering bay blocked and that he doesn't need the Zealot to kill off any SCV or anything, he's going to be able to pop down a Nexus pretty handily, pretty easily at the natural. So command center going to come down for our Terran player, Nexus probably going to come down in a moment here for our Protoss player, and both players just expanding here nice and quickly to get this game started. And Massa, again, he's just scouted out with this SCV, and now he's going to bring his Reaper along down to the other side of the map. And this is where the first kind of action does actually start in this game. First scout coming across the map here for Spirit now. He's going to send this probe out, try and get a little bit of information, but he's going to have all the information he needs in just a second when this Reaper runs in, and he's going to see, right, okay, well, you know, you're basically going for a Reaper expand. Mothership call out just in time to be able to defend. The second gas on the way up here. A nice little wall makes it a lot harder for the Reaper to actually be able to come in here and start harassing these workers. As you can see, the Reaper not too interested in sticking around. Just gets out of there, and again, his main job here today is just be doing some scouting. Brilliant scout from this probe, in fact, though. Look at this. He, I don't think he saw the engineering bay, but he saw the timing of the second barracks. And I mean, from that, he can more or less assume this is some kind of bioplay. Whether he knows, whether he can identify that +1 is on the way so quickly or not, is maybe a little bit questionable still. But yeah, he sees the second barracks, and you know, that pretty much tells him no kind of factory pressure, no mine drops, no Hellion drops, nothing of the sort to worry about for that for now. So he's pretty much free to do what he wants as long as he's ready to defend the, you know, the general little push out. And you know, he will be ready to defend, because it's very hard not to have 100 energy on your Mothership core once you've made it so early on in the game. So Mothership core just going to sit here between these bases, get ready to you know, don't throw down a photon overcharge. We do have a probe sneaking off to the left hand side of the map, so that's going to try and make some pylons out and about. He has Blink will begin here on the Twilight Council. So going to see a Blink play. We'll see how aggressive he wants to be with this. You know, is he going to commit to a lot of units, or is he just going to use it as kind of a light pressure to kind of do some stuff behind? Now, this Reaper is coming into this main base right now. He does met up his stutter step micro on the Stalker just a little bit, and that means this Blink is just going to be spotted right at the end there for Massa. He just saw that Twilight Council, so you know, it all came down to actually Spirit there just messing up his control in his Stalker, allowing that Reaper to go just a little bit longer, and then from there, well, he got scouted out. So again, now it's going to be even a little bit more interesting to see, you know, how much will he commit to this, how many gateways will he add. I mean, he's still not taking his gas on the natural, so you know, he's fairly committed to this for now, as +1 for our Terran Play and Stim are both on the way. +1 of course going to finish up here very soon. Factory on the way as well. We're going to see these medevacs coming out nice and quickly, and probably with this first Marauder coming out, we won't see him move out across the map, I guess, as he's going to actually just bunker up. I mean, he kind of has the possibility to. It's not like, I guess maybe not against Blink, because once Blink's finished, you know, and you're out on the map, if you suddenly don't have the numbers, then boom, you're going to lose your whole army. The Stalker's going to blink after you, and you're going to be like, oh crap, I'm in trouble. So, well, yeah, just so I guess it's not the best of ideas to go for it. 5 extra gateways being added on, so going up to 6 gateways in total here. Massa preparing for this initial attack here, as these bunkers do finish up. He loads up his Marines into them, and he's actually going to just rally the rest of his units most likely onto the, kind of his ramp area, and just keep these, even keeping a couple of SCVs just on the bunker to repair. You know, just having that little bit of initial repair immediately can be so useful sometimes, as he is just continuing to build up here. No real defenses in the main base, just adding on his third barracks now. He's just going to rely on kind of already having his units in position here to be able to do a good enough of a job, as a few Stalkers do begin to warp in off of 6 gateways. Again, there's going to be a lot of production here for Spirit. As he does move forward, he's got this Mothership core for vision, and he may very well just blink straight up into this main base. However, with Stim about to finish, well, it's 20 seconds away actually for Stim. With only 2 Marauders, I mean, he could blink up, get the Marauders, and trade fairly well with the Marines, but is he going to do it? No, he is not. If he knew Stim wasn't ready, I think he very well might, and he still might with another 4 Stalkers. There's a Time Warp coming down, and he does actually blink up here, so here we go. 1, 2 Marauders go down, and these Marines do now Stim. Stim has just finished. A nice Time Warp on the ramp will slow the rest of the units coming forward here. Another Marauder comes out, the Mothership goes down, and that's pretty crucial, because it means once these this Stalker here dies, there's no high ground vision anymore, and I mean, this attack is basically stopped in terms of the high ground. It comes all down to the about this low ground right now, and will he get this bunker before the repair goes down? Yes, he will. Now he's going for the other bunker. He's going to try, well, he's going to have to keep blinking his Stalkers away here, but he just doesn't have the firepower. He's not really targeting everything on that bunker either, and so Massa is able to hold on here, and well, he doesn't take that many losses in all honesty. He actually only loses a single worker, and I get the feeling that may have been his earlier worker. It may not have been, but I mean, really just no losses taken at all here. Now 1-1 finishing for our Terran player. Combat shields on the way. Our Protoss player, what is he going to do from here? I mean, he moves up, picks off an SCV, he needs to start transitioning. He adds on his gases as natural. Of course, it's very late for just getting them right now. He's going to go into double forge, so he's going to try and get his double upgrades going in. I mean, if he can survive long enough, he'll probably be okay here as he continues to trade, and he's actually going to get chased down a little bit. 1 Stalker, 2 Stalker go down. Zeld's not there quite in time. I mean, he can kind of transition out of this a little bit. He gets the charge on the way. He's going to get forges on the way. He's going to be able to go into, say, his 1-1. Well, he's going to have his one. Yeah, he's going to be able to go into his 1-1. The question is, can he get splash damage out before the Terran player kills him? You know, the splash damage is something that you pretty much always need as a Protoss player, right? You need Colossi, or you need, you know, Storm, or even just Archons to be a little bit more tanky. So that's going to be the real problem here, because Masa's beginning to move out. He's beginning to feel fairly confident. He's got a decent army. He's got 4 medevacs. He's got a lot of, you know, he's got a lot of potential with this. He's got 1-1 as well, combat shields and concussor shells. So his army is pretty much as strong as it's going to be. And there's no real reason for him not to move across the map unless he's scared of a Blinkstalk counterattack. And I mean, as he continues to clean out this pylons, he's probably not going to be all too worried about that. So he's probably going to start moving out on the map here. It's going to be the Templar Archives coming down. Pretty natural follow-up, considering it's, you know, considering he has that Twilight Council down already. But of course, the negative side of this is these mines can do a lot of damage because there's not going to be observers out to try and help out. So, Massa just continuing to move through the middle of the map here and just streaming his units across as well, as he adds on a couple more barracks. He's not actually interested in going into a third command center just yet. He starts his +2 weapons, as he has got that armory finished up, but not too much else. He's actually looking as though he's just going to doom drop into the main base. He scans to see what's up. These stalkers aren't really in the best of positions, and here come this big drop of units, and a fair few mines in here. A lot of work is actually going to go down before any kind of reinforcements get over here, and the Nexus being target fired as well. And Massa may very well be able to get that. The mines go off on all of the stalkers, and the Nexus in the main base actually falls. The stalkers have used their blink already, so they're not really able to chase too well. These medevacs, are not a single medevac goes down. It's stimming into the natural here. Massa can identify that as well. There's not actually that much left. A few Templars now warping in. Storm not even halfway done though. And, well, Zelt's using the charge to clean up that marine, but only a natural Nexus standing, nothing being rebuilt in the main just yet. He's only just got the minerals for that right now. Massa in no rush at all, though, to move in here. He's just going to take his time about this, just going to wait this one out. And he's actually just going to move back for now, so he's in no rush at all here. I get the feeling he may very well just be waiting to for his +2 to finish, and he's just going to pull his SCVs and go for it, just all in one big attack, knowing his opponent won't be able to come back. I mean, does he even need to though? I mean, he's got mines blocking the main Nexus coming back up. He's actually pretty much forcing the Protoss player to go all in. I think he might be identifying this. Seeing these pounds coming up, I think he realizes this guy is going to come and attack me, and he's not building bunkers. He probably feels like he doesn't really need to build bunkers, because I mean, let's be honest here, he's got such an advantage. All he has to do is survive, so maybe it would be safe to do it, but he's taking down all of the pylons which were on the way up. Some stalkers here will maybe get a medevac. No, the army's just going to meet the Protoss army head on. There are 4 storms available, and these storms could be the game changer here. But I mean, we're talking about a 50 supply deficit for a Protoss player who's about to move up the ramp into kind of mines he can't even see. And well, there's the first mine hits going off. Oh, it's brutal. All of the Templars get taken down. Only a single storm lands, and Spirit just has to tap out. A kind of brutal ending to that game there. And Massa takes Root Gaming to a 1-0 advantage here today in SC2ITL America. Our first of 2 series which we have today. Again, our second series going live in about 2 hours and 40 minutes. Seed Gaming versus Team Ascension. Guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break here, and when we come back, we're going to be heading into game number 2 between Alloy eSports and Root Gaming. Let us know in the chat who you're supporting here today, as Root again have taken this 1-0 advantage, and yeah, let us know who you guys are supporting and who you guys are hoping you get to see out of Root, out of Alloy. And yeah, we'll be back here as soon as we can, guys. Game number 2 on the way just after this commercial. Alright guys, hello, how's everyone doing? We're getting into game number 2 here of Root Gaming versus Alloy eSports. A little bit of a longer break, because just take a couple of moments there for Alloy E to pick their next player, and it is going to be ineffable. Another Protoss player, this time going to be coming out on King Sejong Station. So without further ado, let's just jump on into this game and get ready to go. So King Sejong Station, another of the older maps actually, alongside Merry-Go-Round. So 2 of the 3 kind of last season's maps, which are still in the map pool, and we're waiting here for Ineffable to finish unloading so we can get into the game. And there we go. So let's set up our scoreboard, and Yeah, in our lower right hand corner from Root Gaming, we do have Massa, blue Terran player. And in the upper left hand corner, the pink Protoss player from Alloy eSports. It's Ineffable, looking to bring them back from the 1-0 deficit and even up this series. Here in game number 2 on King Sejong Station in another TVP. So what's Ineffable going to do this time around? We just saw Massa do a pretty sick hold, or pretty easy hold really, of a blink all in, and it was pretty all in. I mean, 6 gates, you can't really transition over that out. You can't really transition out of that all too easily. And I mean, even if you don't lose your main nexus, it's it's not going to be an easy job. Getting out of that one without taking too much damage once the Terran army really has powered up and everything. So let's see what Ineffable's going to do, what he's going to try and what his game plan is to try and do a little bit better than his predecessor here from Alloy eSports. Ineffable, on the ladder at least, is a lot higher than Spirit, based on their ladder ranks. Spirit was in Masters, but Ineffable actually a Grandmaster player on the NA server, so definitely here, and with the potential to challenge as Massa. It's going to be opening up Command Center first, so something we don't see all too often, but it is used a fair amount still. And I mean, it's not necessarily bad. The only really bad time to go to Command Center first is when you get kind of proxied really quickly. You lose a couple of things. You lose the fact that you get the Reaper Scout immediately or throughout the game as well. So that's a little something. That's a little bit of a negative to go and CC first. Of course you make up for it. You get a lot earlier of a Marine count. You get a higher Marine count a lot faster because you can open into 2 barracks after this. You get a bit of a better economy as well. And again, you just got to ask yourself, I mean, is it worth not seeing or not having the potential to see as much with the Reaper Scout? And look at this here immediately from Ineffable. He's moving a probe over to this right hand side. So this isn't a scout, this is going to be a proxy Stargate. And a proxy Stargate, good or bad? Good or bad in this against the Command Center first? Well, it's pretty good, obviously, because I mean you're going to get an Oracle out fairly quickly. Now the thing is, between a Command Center first and a kind of gasless expand, where you go barracks first, you actually get these 2 barracks up nice and quickly. So you're actually going to have about 6 Marines out when the Oracle comes in. But of course, this Oracle, it's going to have a lot of mobility compared to the Marines. So the Marines are only going to be able to be in one place, whereas the Oracle can swap quite handily between the main, between the natural. Now already here, Massa will spot double gas, and you'll see that warp gate's not started either. And that's always something I feel like you've got to kind of be watching out for when you get into this pro space, because if he's not started warp gate, where's his gas going? Especially if he's got double gas. That's quite a lot of gas, and now he sees a probe coming across the map here as well. This Stargate about to complete, and look at this Massa with an engineering bay on the way. He's feeling something's a little bit dodgy is up here as Marine pops on out, and that's actually another SCV coming across the map here. I'm not sure if that's actually to just scout for proxies or whether it's just a mistake to have that rallied across. There's a Stalker coming across the map too to try and help out a little bit. Second barracks is finished, third barracks now on the way. We've got 2 Marines out, about to be 3 here. Still no turret though in the main or natural. So this first Oracle might just straight up win the game, because it's going to come in, it's going to trade against these 3 Marines without a problem. The Stalker's going to be able to come in as well to help. And I mean, it may not win the game, but it's going to do some absolutely major damage, because here we go, 1 SCV2, 3 go down, and he's going to just start going for this one on the turret, and now he's going to start trading with these Marines. And again, these Marines can't really afford to trade quite yet. He gets another SCV trying to build, and the Oracle goes after the Marines for a little bit longer here. 1 Marine remaining, Stalker on the natural, another Oracle. It's actually a Void Ray on the way out next, and well, I'm not too sure about that. I feel like you could have done a lot more if you had another Oracle on the way. This Stalker, which is just going to continue firing on the natural. Bunker's going to come up at the top of the ramp. Yes, I mean, NASA's not in the most trouble. He's on 16 SCVs, but of course he's got double mule. His opponent yet to expand just yet. At 2 SCVs currently hiding around as well. And Zealot's on the way across the map for Ineffable too right now. Nice little use of the high ground vision here, just being as annoying as possible. As a second Bunker's actually going to start up, so SCV does manage to get away. And is safe for now. He's going to be able to just repair this here. And this kind of a little bit of a stalemate right now. We have a Void Ray actually just begin to open up these rocks, so I'm assuming he's just going to look to warp in here. I mean, can you really go for some kind of bust when he's literally sitting on top of a ramp and he's going to have double bunker? I'm not too sure if you really can. He hasn't actually seen the second bunker yet, but this is Ineffable's plan, and we'll see if it works out for him. I mean, the command center on the natural is now going to lift. It's going to come back and land in the main. I mean, there's no way, surely, that anything can bust through this front door. I mean, I guess Void Rays are pretty good, but I mean, he's not even going for really that much of a constant void rate production. I mean, if he was, he could have had it much further along already. I mean, he's got the money and gas for it. I guess he's going to warp in some sentries here immediately. Look at this, 3 bunkers coming up, and surely there's no way to become through 3 bunkers. A turret as well. Massa realizing here exactly what he's going to need. Pre-pulled SCVs. And again, he just knows everything he needs to be able to 100% be able to defend this. Another void ray pops. Time for number 3 to come on out again. I can't help but feel that these could be a little bit sooner. Now he's spent all of his money, and the rocks do fall here to allow him a little bit of an entrance. And the 3rd void ray on the way out. Oracle going to come back in here. Will find himself a few SCV kills, I assume, here or there. In fact, just the one, and then backs on out. As we now have 3 full bunkers at the top of this ramp, and surely this is just way too much DPS. There's another bunch of stalkers warp in, maybe one more warp in, wait for a few more zealots, because he needs something to tank with. And it looks as though he's going to go with these void rays, and he's going to use that prismatic alignment, takes down that bunker almost immediately. Moves away though, doesn't want to commit all too much to this. Another bunker coming up behind here. Massa going to continue to hold. As the repair is, I mean, the repair is strong here. You need some more sentries, I think, here, maybe even some more stalkers actually are what were warped in. Still 3 void rays here. What are they going to go for? Just trying to go for whatever they can. That turret will cause a bit of an issue. This bunker in the back will be able to go up as well here. Nice couple of force fields, and that's another 100% dead bunker. And a lot of them SCVs kind of just, you know, not doing so great. These Marines shouldn't be in the front here. They should really just be hiding and not going any further than the bunkers right now. Down to 2 bunkers out of force field energy, however. Still warping in stalkers. Is there enough here? I mean, we're talking about 43 army supply against 11. There's actually not really that much to actually shoot for our Terran player. And these Voiders are going to get this bunker at the front from the low ground too. And oh my god, I think Mass is in a lot of trouble here, because Stim is about to finish, but it's not there just yet. One Void Ray does now go down. There's going to be a fair amount of DPS in that bunker, but you can just completely sidetrack that bunker. That's a dead stim pack, and that means no stim for you. And it looks as though Inevitable's got a really good shot of winning this game right now. Nice force field to block off as many SCVs as he can. Command Center lifts. This is kind of one last defense here as the Marines go after these Void Rays, pulling the Herd Void Ray back. The Stalkers trading pretty well as well. Even if the Void Rays fall, I mean, there's just so many Stalkers remaining on the ground. The production is camped. Gratz is called. And Ineffable actually evens up this series here for Alloy eSports. And what can you say about that? Massa taken down here in game number 2. And Ineffable takes us to a 1-1 draw right now in this best of 7 all-kill match between Alloy eSports and ROOT Gaming. So a lot of people at the start thinking ROOT maybe going for the 4-0. So Caliber in here, he was saying Massa going to 4-0, but well, he got a little bit Protossed here. And that is that. Guys, we're going to take once again a quick commercial break here, as we do between every match, while we wait for the next player and the next map to be selected. I'll let you guys know in the chat as soon as I know who it's going to be. Until then, enjoy a quick little word from our sponsors, Zowie Gear. You can check them out at zowiegear.com. And also check out our other sponsor, Let's Kung Fu, at youtube.com/filthyrake, who put in a ton of money to make this league possible. Guys, don't go too far. We'll be back here. Alright guys, so we're back, and just as that song ends, we actually get our next player from ROOT Game. It's going to be Caliber. Coming out for ROOT. It's going to be Nimbus for our map. So, Ineffable, going to get the invite in here as well. We're just getting all set up, ready to go, of course. I'm not mistaken if I say Caliber's a random player, right? Yeah, he is. So, random player, Caliber, we'll see what race he will come out as, or whether he actually just decides to pick a race, which of course he has all right to do. So, So yeah, let's see what he's going to get up to here, as we're just waiting for our player Caliber to load on up, and we'll jump on into this game. My little dog's come to say hello. Do you want to come on stream, little girl? Do you want to come on stream? Come on. This is my little dog, isn't it? Yes, it is. Hello. Say hello to everyone while we wait for Caliber to get into the game. Hello. This is Lexi. Lexi, that's the stream. Isn't that just nice? Good girl, come on. My other dog's looking puzzled in the back of the camera shot. He's fat though, he's lazy. He wouldn't come over all the way over here for a cuddle. Alright, so we're just waiting for Caliber here to load it up, guys, as we're 1-1 right now between Alloy eSports and ROOT Gaming. And once Caliber gets in here, we'll start up this map number 3, which will be on Nimbus once again. That in-base expansion, of course, one of the major things to be thinking about on this map, and that can load up you know, a lot of different possibilities. But of course, you know, we can't really predict too much before we know what race Caliber is going to be playing. So not really too much to say just yet. I mean, it's always going to be great for Protoss. You can take that natural expansion very easily, and that allows you to do a lot of things. And of course, things do get a little bit more interesting when you get to see the third base, etc. go up as well. Okay, cool guys. So hello, Dirty GG. How are you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to everyone for tuning in. I know there's a bunch of amazing StarCraft going on tonight. Of course, the Red Bull qualifiers taking place. They're actually starting to hit the quarterfinals. I mean, the whole thing is just stacked. The whole thing is just stacked. I mean, there's a mix of round of 16 and round of 8 games going on right now. I mean, really is just the whole thing is just absolutely stacked. So I'll be watching a little bit of that before we get into later game Seed versus Team Ascension. Some crazy games going on there, of course. I guess I won't spoil what happened yesterday, but some pretty sick games yesterday I heard as well. There's a lot of players having some pretty good runs as well. Some European players getting some pretty decent runs in these qualifiers. So it looks as though Caliber will pick a race, but we're not sure. Or apparently he might. We'll see. We're still waiting for him to get into the lobby here, so just a little bit of an extra delay. Who has played Massa? Who did Massa beat? Massa beat Spirit, and then Ineffable beat Massa. Now Caliber plays, and he will pick Protoss, it would seem, here. So PvP on Nimbus, it looks as though that's what we're going to get. As we have everyone who is meant to be in the lobby, and so we are set to go. So guys, without further ado, let's go into Root Gaming versus Alloy Esports. Game number 3 now. I'm going to be Nimbus for this third map. Again, guys, thank you for tuning in. This is SC2Improve Team League America. If you're enjoying the show, do make sure to hit the follow button so you can see when we're live again. We're going to be going live tonight from we'll go live tonight for SC2Improve Team League America Seed Gaming versus Team Ascension. That'll be a little bit later on. We've just announced SC2Improve Team League Europe Season 3, so that'll be taking place as well. And SC2Improve Summer League is taking place as well. And also something else you could be looking forward to very soon is the SC2Improve Team League America Ace Player Invitational. If you look to the kind of bottom right of your screen right now, you'll see the donation thing flickering on through. You can see the recent donators right now. Our current goal is to raise another $100, and once we get another $100, we're going to be raising. We're going to be putting on a $200 to $250 Ace Player Invitational from SC2Improve Team League America. So one player from every team coming in, playing a bunch of matches against each other in a group stage, then going into a single elimination playoff, just a pretty standard tournament. And it should be pretty awesome if you ask me, because when you look at all these teams, they all have at least one player who you think, right, that guy is really good, and you know, even if that one player you think, if he comes out to, you know, be their ace, he could, you know, cause any team to win. You know, any of these teams can win any of these clan wars because they all have one of these fantastic players. So it'd be great to see them in a competition. And again, we're $100 away from reaching that donation target. I think the link keeps going through. I think it's donate. I'm not too sure what it is, but it probably keeps cycling in the chat as well. Anyway, let's go into this game. In the upper left hand corner, the red Protoss player from Alloy Esports. It's Ineffable taking down Root Massa in game number 2 on King Stage Young Station with a very aggressive 1-base play. Of course, we could be seeing a little bit more of that now as we have a PvP on our hands. Caliber, the pink Protoss player from Root, deciding to play Protoss here in this match. And he is going to be opening up with a double gas play just as Ineffable is, and both of these guys scouting southwards for their initial start to this map. So both of these players scouting in the wrong direction to begin with, but not too much of an issue here. Just waiting for we'll just be waiting for them to get around to the other side. So Ineffable, very lucky, I suppose. Caliber didn't choose random, because otherwise he wouldn't be finding out what race he would be for quite some time here, as this probe just actually stopped for just a second, now moves a little bit further forward, getting into this base and moving out once again. So, bit of silence here as we don't apparently have no music on. Oh, why I had music disabled, excuse me. There we go. I thought it was being a little bit quiet, wasn't it? It's a little bit better now. Alright, so these probes are checking the corners, and I mean, both players now, or in a moment, will know that they're playing in horizontal spawns from each other. Both of them have 3 workers on each gas. I mean, the gases are pretty even. In fact, Ineffable has a little bit more gas than Caliber right now. Not sure what that. Maybe just put his. I think he just put his workers into the gases a little bit sooner than Caliber did. So it's just a little bit more gas on the map right now for Ineffable as he continues to just make his third pylon here, and we're just waiting for kind of the tech choices to come out. Or we're going to see some. We're going to see some extra gateways coming down as this probe gets denied. Nice scout for Caliber. He actually gets in the base, sees everything, and then gets out compared to Ineffable, who had his probe pretty badly denied as both players go Stargate. Alright, so a little bit of Stargate versus Stargate here in this PvP, and I mean, we all know what this can lead to, a whole bunch of different things as both players actually just checking up towards their natural here. Caliber maybe putting a pylon here, looking as though he may look to expand. Could just be using that for vision as well, though, of course, throughout the game. As the Stargates are coming up, both of them behind the mineral lines here. Again, the location where they're least likely to be spotted. And I mean, the thing we've got to watch for now is either of these players going to is actually going to be a Nexus from Caliber, so he's going to expand pretty quickly here. Let's see what he makes. I mean, if one player makes an Oracle and the other a Phoenix, then it could turn really bad really quickly, and it's going to actually be a Phoenix out of Caliber. This is going to put him in such a good position because he's going to shut down the Oracle, taking no damage at all. He's going to have a much faster expansion for himself. And I mean, you know, Ineffable's just going to have to turn away from this Stargate tech. He's actually going to Void Ray behind this too, which isn't really also great. Again, against the Phoenix is going to be so mobile. There's a second Phoenix now on the way, and the Oracle coming out as well. These guys are set to cross paths, and this could be a little bit troublesome. This Phoenix locks onto this Oracle immediately, and Ineffable, with a bit of a build order loss right now, loses that Oracle here immediately. And Caliber definitely having an advantage here in leading this game. You can see Ineffable, he actually cancels that Void Ray, goes straight into a Phoenix. I mean, he's going to have to play some pretty major catch-up if he wants to catch up here. He adds on another gateway, so he's going up to 4 gates. He is committed to just one base play right now, compared to, again, Caliber, who is expanding. He is taking down a Robo facility as well, so he's looking to go into some Immortals for his defense here. There's no aggressive pylon out on the map just yet for Ineffable, who is maybe going to lose another Phoenix. Ooh, very, very close. Just keeps it alive for now. Oh, he actually chases back in with the one Phoenix with a little bit more HP. Is it going to cost him the Phoenix's life? No. Catches the probe coming across the map, though. And that's very nice as well, because it will delay any kind of aggressive pylon coming down for Warpins. Another probe coming along this time around. These Phoenix did take some pretty major damage right now. And I think we've just had a Void Ray. Yeah, Void Ray coming out here for Caliber, and now Immortal on the way as well. Ineffable just going to look to win this with pure numbers. May have just been better to not build any Phoenix at all here, really, as he continues to move forward. Oh, Caliber has to be very careful. He runs right into this, and he loses one of his Phoenixes now. And they're going to keep on trading here. And I mean, Caliber, he does get the advantage of seeing his opponent coming across the map and making these pylons, so he knows he has to be defensive here. I mean, one force field would actually be pretty great. Of course, that's what that Phoenix is for, from Ineffable, to come in and pick up a single sentry. So let's see how he's going to just choose to defend. He's just going to fall back. He's going to wait near his next. Of course, he has Mothership Core with almost enough energy for double for an overcharge. So he's got so much time in this game where he can just sit and wait and build up a better army. Guardian Shield pop. I mean, Ineffable just wants to come in here right now and end this game. He's actually moving towards this base over here. He's actually going to be able to unpower the Robo facility. That's actually pretty important. Oh, he moves away, so there's actually going to be another Immortal coming out here. Maybe it's going to be very close. He needs to kind of target it down, but he's being attacked. He kind of needs to focus his attention on this attack. These two Void Rays and the Immortal are just going to absolutely tear through this. GG is actually called right there. And in 9 minutes, Caliber dismantles Ineffable, and Alloy eSports are going to be forced into their third player of the evening. Are they going to move away from this Protoss style of play? I mean, it's going to look kind of well for them. They've lost a map, won a map, and lost another. Are they going to change race now? What are they going to choose to do? As our next player will be picked after a quick commercial break, guys. So, guys, don't go too far. Root Gaming versus Alloy eSports, map number 4 on the way after a quick commercial break. Alright, guys, welcome back. We are getting into Catalina for map number 4 of this best of 7 all kill. as we get our invite to Catalina, it's gonna be well, it depends what it depends on the race of caliber, but we will see here in a few moments as we get Patch Zerg in as well. I believe Patch Zerg is a Zerg player, so it looks as though it may be his EVP. It looks as though it will be, and if these guys are ready, we'll be able to get into game number 4 here of Root versus Alloy E. And there we are now beginning. So we're going to jump on into Catalina here for this ZVP and see how things go. So I have a free player map tonight. As we just get set up, just trying to check the emails, see if anything interesting is going on. See if anyone's hit the follow button or anything like that. It looks as though no, so nothing to shout out from there. So without further ado, let's just load on up into game number 4 here, where we have in the bottom right hand corner from Alloy eSports, it's Patch Zerg, the red Zerg player. And in the left hand side of the 9 o'clock position, we actually have ROOT Gaming's Caliber, the pink Protoss player here. So my dog over there again, a shout out. Do you care, dog? Sketch? No? He kind of flicked his ears around a little bit. I'm sure he enjoys the fame really deep down. Anyway, so here we are in game. I'm just waiting for this to really get started here. It's going to be some kind of Forge Expand, it would seem, out of Caliber, as both players scout the wrong direction incorrectly to begin with. So a little bit of incorrect, well, not really incorrect, but both these guys are unfortunately not going the right direction to begin with. Not too detrimental. Forge first. Oh my god, it's going to be Forge first against Hatch first, and Caliber is maybe going to get what he really wanted here, as he's going to come in with this probe, and he really has the potential to punish this quite a lot. Now that being said, this doesn't look as though it's the best map for kind of cannon rushing on. I mean, if you look at it, there's not really anywhere to put the pylons, so this may just be more of a safety thing, as a couple of drones actually come with him just to check what's up, and he sees now the spawning pool on the way. As probe comes back down, what's he going to get up to here? Is he going to try and cannon this? It looks as though he's heading behind the mineral line. There's the first pylon coming up here. So Caliber, he's got 300 minerals stacked up. Drones already being pulled down to this natural. This probe has to be very careful. He needs to buy a little bit of time here. Spawning pool's about halfway done. More drones coming down. I mean, he's really serious about blocking this. As I mean, he could just expand back at home. He lets the pylon finish. Can he get the cannons up? He puts down the Nexus, so he's not really that committed to this. I mean, look at all the mining time he's taken away from these drones, right? I mean, these drones are so you know, they could have been mining so much. I mean, this is actually 7 drones in total, and it's been about 30-40 seconds, so a lot of damage just kind of done here by Caliber by going for this Forge first, but not really committing too much to it. And he's also got this pylon still in the base here. At this point, Patch Zerg realizing probably that, hey, okay, I'm not going to die. And the game will go on. So our Nexus is going to be up a little bit later than we would usually see, and the gateway on the way down as well for Caliber. So I mean, he's just, you know, transitioning normally from this. He's got his double gases coming up. He's you know, everything's just set normally. His first few Zerglings are out here, and they will take down this pylon. And I mean, again, he's just left that up there for a little bit longer, just to kind of really sell the fact that something may go down, and to keep them drones on the low ground as long as possible. And these 2lings come out and head forwards to try and see whatever they can see at the front of this base, which won't be too much. I mean, the most important information they could get is whether this Forge begins upgrading at any time or not. I guess if they can stick around long enough, which probably unlikely with this cannon, they may be able to see a little bit of information about how much warp gate is being chrono boosted, etc. So we'll see that as they first follow up here. Again, they can't really see anything just yet, so they're just going to stick around for now as Caliber continues to just probe on up. So then probes continue to come out here. Third base on the way down, and a couple of gas geysers coming down as well here for Patch Zerg. So both these guys just going for the macro kind of style for now, as we wait to see what exactly Caliber wants to do from here. I mean, again, he's kind of going to be the person who dictates the pace of the game at the early stages, and he will actually be picking to go for a Stargate to open up. So pretty, again, another kind of another way to open up fairly safely in this matchup in general is just to go for that Stargate. An Overlord at the front here may be picked off earlier than it would is expected to, as the Zerglings coming to try and protect it. The Stalker committed to trying to take this down as fast as possible. I mean, the sooner it dies, the sooner he has to rebuild it, the sooner the minerals are effectively lost, and he just doesn't get it there. So there's Overlord alive for a little bit longer, but I mean, the Phoenix is going to pick that off very quickly anyway. Overlord over here as well. Oh, the Mothership Core actually comes in to give him vision to shut that down. So in the end here, nice little play by Caliber. He is able to pick off the Overlord very quickly. The other Overlord over here, just sitting around for now as we wait to see what's going to come out of this Stargate. It's actually going to be an Oracle, so killing off that Overlord is more important than it may seem, because now he 100% knows he's going to be able to deny the scout here unless he pushes the Overlord. Well, he pushes it in towards his base, and is it going to go down before it gets the vision? I'm not sure if it will. I think he may have messed up a little bit by pushing it towards his base here initially. It's going to be so close, and he just goes down. So okay, I thought he was making a mistake, but no, he seemed to know perfectly that he was going to be able to get away with that. And now there's absolutely nothing to spot this initial Oracle on the way. There are Spore Cores on the way up, however, so it's not going to really be the end of the world. Where does he go initially? If he goes towards the third, he could do some damage, maybe take down a Queen and a few drones. That being said, the Spore Core there now started, so we'll get up there here very soon. So a few Zerglings grouping together, and they're going to be chased away by a Mothership Core for now. Speed has actually just kicked in here. We actually have melee upgrades on the way for our Zerg play as well, so that's quite interesting. I think that's a pretty nice map in general for kind of going for melee upgrades, and tending towards that Ultras play in the later stages of the game. It's not necessarily very wide. There are a lot of choke points, so it is very narrow. But on the plus side, there's a lot of different directions you can come from anywhere you are on the map. If your opponent's here, you're going to be able to come in from a few different ways. If your opponent's here, there's always multiple paths you can come in from, and that's really, really kind of one of the main things which makes, kind of Zergling Ultra play, or just Mass Zergling play in general, very, very strong and very, very effective. Alright, so this Zergling here going to get taken down. And it looks as though the third base is going to come up here for Caliber very soon. Now, we are starting to see a little bit of a surge of Zerglings as 1-1's about to kick in. This is the time where you do want to initially be a little bit aggressive. You want to try and deny this third base for a little bit. The Voidra is going to turn this away as well. We're actually going to see Voidra Colossi, it would seem, as we see a second Voidra on the way up, Robo Bay on the way down. So Caliber just warping in here again, preparing for this expansion to take place. Zergling is not really able to achieve all too much just yet, but I mean their 1-1's only just kicked in, so there's plenty of time for them yet to still do a little bit of damage. Oracle trying to chase them around a bit. Actually, wow, completely kind of forgot to follow this Oracle, so excuse me. That's an absolute fail by me. Talk about the Oracle, watch it go halfway across the map, and then don't mention it for the rest of the game. As the Zerglings do come in here now, looking for a surround. I mean, this Oracle will have a lot of DPS onto these, and a few of them peel off to go onto the Nexus. Will they be able to get it? I don't think they will. He actually pulls away for just a second, and that may have made the difference here, because if he targeted it all the way, he might have just got that, because it was very close. But in the end, this has been a failed attempt to try and take down that third Nexus. So, unfortunately here for Patch Zerg, all of them Zerglings not really pulling their weight just yet. We actually see a Spire on the way now, so we're going to see some Mutalisks on the way out. And, this is one of the strengths of opening with a Stargate kind of play. You can go for you can get the Phoenixes out nice and quickly, so you can kind of counter the Mutas when they suddenly hit you. A bunch of Zerglings looking to come forward here once again. I mean, with these reinforcements, I guess they could probably go for it. It's kind of getting tough though. Cannons here to defend now as well. Yeah, I don't think they can get the surface area they really need to wrap around that and to pick it off. So unfortunately, Patch are just going to have to back away. And he will back away for now. He's going to head back through the middle of the map. Whilst it's coming down, a couple more Stargates. So has Caliber scouted this, or is he just feeling something? He hasn't scouted at all, so he's just kind of feeling here with kind of massive Zerglings, you know, nothing else, you know, he hasn't gone Zergling Hydra, it's just Zerglings right now. So he's kind of feeling, you know, Zergling Muta seems to be what you're going for. So he's just adding on the extra Stargates. Perfect force field here, and this Colossi is going to rip these first Zerglings to shreds. I mean, a few of them do escape over to this side, but a sizable chunk there picked off for pretty much free. And you can see these Zerglings have just been hitting them, well, going straight into a brick wall so far, into Brick Nexus, as 2100 resources lost, 450 resources lost for our Protoss player. And coming in once again here, finally they actually start doing a little bit of damage. So these Zerglings finally being a little bit more useful here. We're going to get a pylon or two. They've pretty much cleaned out the mineral line. Not that it was all too populated, but that is a nice little bit of damage. You can see the Protoss player very wary of this Mutalisk switch which is coming in. I mean, he's leaving the majority of his army over here in his main base. The Oracles and Void Rays, Throne Overcharge goes down as well, and I don't think these Mutalisks can really commit, not with a Throne Overcharge as well, surely not. 3 Phoenix come out, and now these Mutas are all going to go down. They stuck around way too long, and these Phoenix are not going to give up this chase. And I mean, the Mutas turn around to fight, but there's just not enough at the same time. There's still Zerglings swarming towards that third base, as we see the last few Mutas fall over here. The third base still under attack, but a sizable chunk of Protoss army, especially in terms of warpins, coming in, and all coming across as well, adding that DPS and a nice force field just to get a couple more Zergling kills as they do turn away. And again, Patch Zerg does not gain all too much from that. 6.1k to 2.4k lost, and I mean, again, they're not really the numbers you would be hoping for. 12 Mutalisks, 139 Zerglings. Patch Zerg is not really making his style of play work out just yet, so Caliber with doing a decent job so far. He's going to pick off a probe here as he runs again into these Colossi and loses another chunk of Zerglings. Going into some Corruptors now to help out against the Phoenix. So he's going for Muta Corruptor here overall, still spamming his minerals on Zerglings, expanding to a 4th base, to a 5th base as well. Really starting to get into the kind of the rhythm of Mutaling, of Muta Corruptor, but can he really make it work? I feel as though he's just taking so much damage early on that he's not really in a position where he can make it work. These Zerglings come forward again to get rushed, and oh my god, look how many Phoenix there are! So many Phoenix, and these Corruptors just don't even stand a chance against any of this. The Mutas, I mean, I don't think he thought that it was going to really actually just kill everything, but everything goes down. The last Muta goes down, 3 Corruptors remain, and even more fallen here for our Zerg players. 8 more Mutalisks, 3 Corruptors, and the resources lost tab just grows and grows and grows for Patch Zerg. And I mean, not the end of the world, because again, he's mining off of a couple extra bases here now once he gets these drones over here. But again, and I mean, he's mining off of 83 drones against 72. But I mean, this is starting to get, I mean, it's got the point where it's kind of ridiculous numbers, like truly ridiculous numbers. Now making 3 Void Rays at a time, he's going to get this composition where the Zerg player is just not going to be able to touch him, not even get close to him. These Corruptors are going to absolutely melt. These Phoenix actually running into these Corruptors right now, and will get turned away. But I mean, again, this Protoss army just gets stronger and stronger and stronger as time goes on here. Anion Pulse Crystals on the way to help with these Phoenix, to really help them be able to kite these Corruptors as well. And a couple more Phoenix. Another Void Ray still being added on here as the gas gets established for Patch Zerg at this new 5th base, which has just come up. The Corruptors coming into the main base now, and I'm not sure what exactly they're hoping to achieve. There's nothing to really for them to really do here. Maybe apart from catching out a few units just spawning from the Stargate. And another Mutalisk goes down in the middle of this map. These Phoenix playing just dancing right now with these Corruptors, with these Mutas, picking off whatever they can. Caliber again just trading so efficiently all the time. And again, just I put it down a bit too quickly. 4 Phoenix lost, really not that many. And this army again just getting stronger and stronger. Some more Stalkers, some more Zealots. It looks as though our Protoss player may decide to just move out. I mean, Patch Zerg's not even in a position to base trade, right? I mean, how do you base trade with 4 or 5 Mutas? Okay, I mean, what, he's actually on what? He's actually on 12, but still, that's not the number of Mutas you want to base trade with. You need 20, you need almost 30, really, at this stage, when you consider how strong this Protoss army is right now. As it looks as though something maybe went on over here, as the probe seemed to have evacuated, and our Zerg player actually just coming in here, going to go for it. He's taking down the well, he's taking down just whatever he can. It looks as though all of the mutants are dead. One of the Colossi goes down, the other Colossi is still standing, but I mean, the Voiders are the problem. The Voiders are just never going to die. They take down all of the Corruptors, and now what does Patrick do? 3 more Corruptors, 5 more Mutas. It's just not enough. Again, these bunches of Zerglings heading up to the right-hand side of the map, and they're going to keep running around here. And heading southbound is Caliber. He's going to come in towards this third base right now. He's going to go for the kill. He's going to look to finish things off right here and right now. A couple more meters going down already. A couple of overlords going down as well. There's Zerglings coming in for the counterattack on this third base. I'm not sure how bothered he is about the third base right now. He's got a Mothership Core to recall if he would like to, but again, I don't really even think he wants to. I think he's just going to let this third base die if that's what it comes to. He's going to open a couple of zealots at a time. You can see it's taking these Zerglings so long to just do anything, as this Overlord farm is going to go down. Bye-bye, Overlords. And, well, we see Patchzerg hit a supply cap, so no more units for him really in this game, unless he loses a few more. Zerglings still just struggling to deal with the cannons right now, as a single Void Ray comes over to start helping out against them. We see some zealots over towards this 5th base right now, cleaning out the mineral line as well at the same time. The main army moving back now towards the natural. Zerglings do finally kill off this natural of the Pros player, but he's not too worried. He's pretty sure he's very confident about his situation right now. He walks with 111 army supply against only 40 of the Zerg player, and again, the Zerg just cannot break through the natural. I mean, no way at all. GG called. And Patchzerg taps on out. Caliber gonna take game number 4 here of this best of 7 all kill between Root Gaming and Alloy Esports, and taking the scoreline now to 3-1. That puts us at a match point for Root Gaming, as you can see in the bottom left hand corner. 3-1 right now for Root Gaming, and Caliber taking his team to match point here after again Massa did open the scoreboard for Root. Guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break once again here. This is SC2ITL America. If you're enjoying the show, make sure to hit that follow button. And you can also, in the meantime, check us out on Twitter and Facebook. Twitter.com/SC2_improve and Facebook.com/SC2Improve. And our website as well, SC2Improve.net, if you want to check some more stuff as well. Guys, we're going to go back here in just a few moments time. Quick song, and when we're back again, it will be game number 5 now. Can Root Gaming close it out here, or can Alloy Esports start a little bit of a comeback? We'll see who comes out next for Alloy in just a few moments time. I'll let you guys know in the chat as soon as I know. Alright guys, it's match point for Root Gaming against Alloy Esports as we load on up into this next game, potentially our last game. We're waiting for Caliber to be ready. Lupper is the player from Alloy Esports. He's a Zerg player from Ireland, and we're waiting for him. Well, he says, Caliber says go go, good luck, have fun, says everybody, and with that we do load on up into the game. So let's just jump on into things. I don't really have much to say. I guess as we load on into this, let's talk about our sponsors a little bit. So guys, if you don't know, we are sponsored by 2 main people. We initially, SC2Improve, we initially did put in a little bit of money towards towards this league. And then it became so much larger than we ever thought it would, thanks to some awesome people. One of them being Filthy Rake. He is Let's Kung Fu. You can check him out on YouTube at youtube.com/filthyrake. I mean, he just wants to sponsor esports. He's awesome. He's sponsored so many different events. You know, you should just, if anything, just go on his channel, give him a couple of video views, say thank you for supporting SC2ITL America. We really appreciate it. Again, that's youtube.com/filthyrake. I'll be putting the link in the chat as well. Yeah, so that's in there. So do go check him out. He's an awesome guy. And our other sponsors as well, Zowie Gear, peripheral sponsor. You can check them out at www.zowiegear.com. If you guys want to help SC2Improve Team League America and donate to the prize pool, we're currently $100 away from our next donation goal, which would be to which would be an Ace Player Invitational. So it'd be about 6 nights worth of content, and 6 nights worth of content, and you'd be able to check it all out. And it'd be the best player from each team of the SC2Improve Team League America playing in a kind of round of 16 group stages and a single elimination round of 8 brackets. So we are taking donations for that right now. We're $100 away, and also worthwhile noting that every $2 I think it is you donate. Let me actually just check very quickly. Excuse me. Every $2 you donate gets you an entry into the raffle. So far we're already having a mousepad raffle. So every $2 is like one raffle ticket. So we're already having a mousepad raffle. That was our goal for hitting $150. If we get to $350 later on, we'll be having a raffle for a mouse as well, and your tickets will be valid for both. So yeah, do chip in if you can afford, but of course don't feel like you have to. And let's start talking about some StarCraft. So really should start talking about some StarCraft, because we have Lupa going for a gas and a pool here very quickly already. We have this gas starting to mine, and I guess he is blocked at the natural by pylons. So oh my god, what is he doing? What is he doing? He's expanding to his opponent's gold base. Lupa is not, well, he might be messing around. I don't really know right now. I'm trying to make sense of what he could be doing. Like he's taking his opponent's gold base. He's got gas on the way. I mean, I guess maybe. I mean, he's going for circling speed. Surely it's some kind of bust. Then again, maybe not. Maybe it's just, well, I don't actually know. Oh, really? This is actually gonna get spotted like immediately. Well, I mean, I guess Caliber. He hasn't actually checked this third base, but he did check the other gold. I guess he was just thinking, you know, you can't possibly not have had some kind of expansion for this long. Drones are coming across the map. I mean, this is going to be one of them weird games where Caliber is pretty much always going to be just being aggressive towards this gold base, trying to shut it down as soon as he can. Because the sooner he shuts it down, you know, the better for him, of course. So, quite interesting now. Lupa has pulled out gas, so he's only getting metabolic boost. He's got a few Zerglings over here to defend. He is beginning to mine off this gold base. I mean, if he keeps this for long enough, I guess it's worthwhile. You gotta think he needs at least 300 minerals for it to pay for the hatchery. He needs at least the kind of mining time he loses having to transfer the drones this way and then transferring them back. And he needs to also make enough money to justify taking another expansion. So, you know, I don't know exactly how much he needs, but he needs to get at least a fair amount out of this, I would say. I guess he's on his way to having already 600 minerals out of this, so I mean he's well on the way to this paying off. There's a Stalker on the way out now here for Caliber as well. Has he got a Mothership Core? It doesn't look as though he does. In fact, as wow, Lup is actually starting to creep up through the middle of the map as more Zerglings come out as well. I gotta just question, you know, what is he like completely going for? Is he gonna add a Rotorin? I mean, no, because he doesn't have gas. But is he just going to really mass Zerglings? I mean, right now he can't even get enough lava out because he's missing his injects to spread the creep. Like, he's just banking up a ton of money, and he's adding on extra queens now. Is this going to work? Is he going to try maybe add spine crawlers and push with spine crawlers towards the front? He is. And you know what Caliber's going to say? He's going to say 8 gate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 gateways here for Caliber, all loading up and getting ready to go. And I mean, surely an 8 gate just kills this. Surely this is just the best thing. Tasty Todd says it's Cat's build. Well, this seems pretty crazy. I guess if anyone knows how to hold it, it would be Caliber, considering he is Cat's teammate. So Lupa being inventive here. I mean, there's a fair few queens. There's 4 spine crawlers. And they're going to be pushing forward. I mean, I guess there's quite a lot of firepower. It'd be better if these queens had a little bit more energy, of course, as well. The creep spread is amazing. Considering this is 8 minutes in the game, he's actually all the way across the map. This is, well, this is absolutely crazy. Caliber right now, how does he deal with this? I mean, obviously he's just going to warp in a ton of units. 4 sentries here initially, some more zealots as well. Will be very good against these Zerglings, of course, but more and more spine crawlers. Look, there's 7 spine crawlers in total. You know, one of the negative points here is the fact that he's actually running out of drones. He's only on 15 drones now. As this one of these spine crawlers is going to go down. We're going to see some force fields coming in. Surely he actually, well, he cuts a couple of queens out of this, but a lot of the Zerglings do get by, and they do come around for this round. And this whole the whole Protoss army is going to get cleaned up here initially. And I mean, there's going to be spine crawlers moving forward in just a moment or two as well. And Caliber kind of messed that up to begin with here, at least. I mean, realistically, there was no need for him to push out so soon. I mean, the Zerg player's coming for him, and yes, he's going for an 8 gate, but he has plenty of time to just build up and wait. Comcaster, I should know this build well. You know, maybe I should. It's been a busy month, but I haven't actually seen Cats play in so long. Problem is, every tournament Cats plays, he plays like Cup of America and stuff, and that's like late at night. And guess what? It's like midnight here for me now. Pylon going down, and I mean, the Spines are just going to keep on pushing forward, of course, as Caliber's just built as many cannons as he can to try and defend. And moving back a little bit, another Spine Crawler on the way up here. A few units coming out, need to be very careful though. Lingers don't really want to commit yet. I mean, no point in them just throwing everything away. A Robo Facility on the way, can't help but assume that's just going to be for Mortars Tree and help push forward. And well, Force Field coming down to defend this initially. And a few more Spine Crawlers continue to burrow here, and I mean, the first Spine Crawler's starting to take some damage, and the first cannon's starting to go down as well, as some gateway at the front is going to fall too. I mean, the gateway is not the kind of issue right now, as Caliber has a full wall off here, and these Spines continue to hit the front door. There's not actually any cannons in range anymore. Cannon in range of this Spine Crawler. Queens are able to transfuse now. I mean, they've been building up energy for quite some time, as the Cybernetics core is going to go down very soon. Already rebuilding one of these. I like this, a War Prism. This is really smart. A War Prism in the main base right now shuts down all of this mining for Lupper. Even on the gold base, shutting that down as well would be pretty great too, as Spines continuing to move forward here. Queens continue to transfuse, keeping these Spines alive as long as he can. This one does go down. And a few Lings actually coming forward here, and they do bait a Force Field at least. The Cybernetics core continuing to fall, and Spines continue to move forward as well. The Zerg is now going to actually commit further forward, going to help tank for the Spine Crawlers, as Caliber is still in an okay position. He's still got a fair few cannons, he's still got a fair few force fields. These Spine Crawlers continue to fall. This War Prism is going to be a complete game changer, of course, as it does come in towards the main base now. There's not that many Zerglings left, there's not that many Spine Crawlers left, even with that much health on them, and Lupper's supply is drastically falling. Everything's going down, and now the Warp in the main, and that's going to be the end of the Zerglings. A DT Shrine on the way too, no real detection. GG, well played, and Caliber closes this one out for Root Gaming, taking Lupper down there.